everyone, I'm going to be teaching you how to properly get your baby or grown adult's bearded dragon a home setup. So first, you will need a desert UVB light and a heating light or a spotlight. You can get this little kit. We got it for $60 or $70. Then what you're going to need to do is get their setup together. Get a bigger food dish because they do hunt for their food in the desert because these are desert animals. Use a paper towel or towel for the bottom of their cage, something soft. Get the meat box, smooth out the edges, make sure that they're not sharp. And lay it on the side so they still get that light in, but they can also hide in it in case it gets too hot like they do in the desert. Get them a smaller water dish, smaller. You got to release all the crickets in at one time because the crickets will die if you keep them in the bag. You also need to get them some mealworms. And you should get your baby dragon first. And don't forget about the actual tank part. You need to have a top part like this because they need to be able to breathe. But make sure that they can see through it. Don't have it all dark and blocked off. Make sure they can see through it. They will hold on to you so when you're walking, they will not fall. They also have these little claws. If you are holding them, and they bite, and they go to bite, do not fling them. Their bite does not hurt. They also have this little thing right here on their necks where they can poof out their necks. If that happens, so you not get scared. Nothing's wrong with them. That's how they do it, and they pay off predators. They need help shedding. They really, really do. Watch this. They do need help shedding, and you need to look out for their nostrils because if their nostrils have this big white stuff on it, that does mean that their nostrils are blocked by the shed. Take tiny tweezers, gotta peel it off very carefully, okay? And you cannot stick water on it or nothing, only on their body. From right here, where their arms are, down to their tail. Not stick it on their face or anything. It is bad and will make them basically drown and die. I would advise you not get an adult one already. Get a baby one so as they grow older, they become more closer to you. And you will know their age. This is female. If you lift up their tail, if there's a little triangle ball right there, the little triangle shaped ball right there, that means that it is female. If it has two balls on each side, that does mean it is male. This is Cranberry, she's female. You do not have to get it a buddy because you are its buddy. It will want to be close to you at all times. So I recommend holding it from morning to afternoon time. And if you are getting one of these, got to make sure that you're going to be home all day long. Or at least have somebody there that will be able to help take care of it. Okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to pour 5 to 6 mealworms in the food dish. Here's the proportion. 5 to 6, okay? In the food dish. Or maybe 10, depending on the size of it. Then just add in all probably eat the crickets first and then the mealworms as a dessert or something. But I repeat, do not leave them out if you have a bird. Okay, my bird stays long till Cranberry is put away. Missy stays in her cage till Cranberry is put away. You also cannot let them run around on the ground in areas that are wide open and they can get into small creases and all. You need to keep an eye on them at all times. If you are cooking with them, stick them on your chest area, on your tummy, or don't cook with them at all. Or you can do what I do if you want them to be with you. Let me show you. Oh yeah, you also will need a tiny, soft, fluffy bucket with a fleece material inside of it or something soft inside of it that has your scent on it, because that way they'll feel close to you and warm and they will warm up to you. Now, this is what I have going on. Hold on. Let me go back into the room we're in. As you can see, as I'm walking, as I am walking, nothing bad is going to happen to her. Now, like I said, you're going to get a fleece type material. You can switch it out because you will always be wearing that. And here, let me show you. She loves it. Oh, she doesn't want to get off of me. See, they are very attached to you because you are basically like their mother. So what you're going to do is you're going to stick them in. You're going to make a little opening and you want to cover them so they're nice and warm. And you want to keep a very close eye on them if you're going to have them in the kitchen. You don't even need a fleece thing in there, but you're going to stick them on the counter and just cook your food. Or you can just carry them around. It will be easier, and it makes it easier when you're trying to spend time with them, but also do something else. Here is another thing that you should do with them. Alright, take this out. Okay, now you're gonna come with me. You don't necessarily need something fleece, but it makes them feel comfortable and keeps them warm. You can just grab a shirt or like a little towel or something, right? Or even a wash rag. With like just a clean old wash rag. Because when you clean your clothes, your scent changes. So, and you also want to get a baby because once they get older and you neglect them, they will be mean. So you do not need to neglect them. And you cannot just, like if you are like me, you go back and forth with family. So you live with your mom or your dad for a week and then go back to the other person's house. You need a family member here that is home all day or home to hold them and be comfortable with them. Now, let me show you how I just set this up. Okay, so as you can see, what I did was I stuck the little thing down here and I stuck Cranberry down in there. Move, like they will not move when they're sleeping. Do not be afraid, it is okay. Another thing is, if you are going to buy an adult, their bite is a lot stronger. Babies' bites only hurt a tiny bit. It feels like somebody is just like pinch and then stops. Like it doesn't really hurt. It just feels painful because you're thinking about it. So if you don't think about their bite, it's not actually painful. So like the other day she bit me because we were helping her get the shedding off of her foot because it was stuck in her foot. Well, when I was taking it off, she gave me a sign, which I didn't see the sign. So she bit me thinking the predators got my leg because they live in the wild. So their self-defense will be biting, camouflage, and they can actually change colors to match with your ring and everything else. So if they get darker or lighter, do not worry about it. It's perfectly fine. When they get older, they can either darken or lighten. Alright? So another thing you should always have for them is a little tiny snack. So we are going shopping today to get her little red, green, and yellow peppers for her snack. And what you're going to do is, if they are not eating their food in their tank, you're going to give them one tiny piece of pepper, okay? And you're going to stick it in their food dish. And you're going to stick them by their food dish, in their food dish, or on top of their food dish. Like how the rims are, you need something like that maybe. And they will go in and they will get it and they'll realize, oh, I'm supposed to be in here. Don't be worried if you do not see them eat. They will also eat at night because they don't like when people are watching them eat. And if you don't see them drinking water, don't worry. They don't like when you're watching them. They will eat when you're not watching them because if you're watching them, they'll get the signal that you're prey to keep an eye out. And if they fall asleep on you, that does mean they are comfortable with you and that they love you. But if they just close their eyes and wake back up, that means that they're very stressed out and that you need to spend time with them. So if she falls asleep on me, that means she's correct. That she's relaxed and that she loves me. By the way, if you're going to get one of these, you cannot wait to get a lamp. Cannot wait to get the light. Cannot wait to get the food. Cannot wait to get anything. Gotta get it then and there. You cannot wait. Because if you wait, they will die. I'm just trying to tell you that because I know some people are like, oh, I need to wait to get the lamps like tomorrow or something, but you never know because they're not used to being in cold weather. They live out in the desert. They also attract your body heat. So wherever they are, once it gets cold and they start moving around, if they're up here or something, that's your sign to move them to a place that you're comfortable because they are getting cold. They suck up your body heat from that one place. And that's another reason why they need something soft in their like little basket thing that you get them. Because it'll keep them nice and warm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to look for, actually, I know. So we're going to go get one of my shirts so she can absorb my scent and know it's more than she already does. Because she's just a baby. So she doesn't catch on to scent quite as well as humans do or olders do. So what you're going to do is you're going to take an old shirt, maybe a new one, whatever shirt that you have that has your scent on it. Everything has your scent on it. So, or pants maybe. And you're going to stick it over top of them when they're in your basket. It's also good for them to, like, they enjoy car rides and watching TV and watching your phone. So they like that stuff. So that's another reason why these baskets are so good. But I do have to say, if you're going to have them up high, or like if you want them to be able to watch TV in their basket, you need to have like something big, like a hoodie or something, or sweatpants to stick in there. Not something thin like a shirt and a wash rag. That's for like when you're going on car rides, you can stick them in there. However, if you are going on car rides, they will get hungry and thirsty. Let me explain what you're going to do. You're not going to bring crickets. Can't bring them. You can, however, bring mealworms and peppers. So you're going to stick... Alright, so if you have an old Play-Doh container, clean it out really, really good. It's just a small, tiny container. Clean it out very, very good. And then be careful with using soap. Alright? You don't use a little bit because if they eat the soap, they would die. No duh. So what you're going to do is you're going to clean it out really, really good. And you're going to stick it in their basket with them or something else with them. Or you can keep it on you. But I would not recommend that because you don't know when they're going to be thirsty or hungry. Another thing is, get something with, like something you can hold, like a handlebar or something on it. So you can carry them places and everything else. Or like if you want to go out in public with them, go ahead. Take them out in public. I mean, but you gotta be careful. It's one of the big things. You have got to be careful when taking them out in public that they don't jump out or like walk on the walls and get out because they're very good climbers and they can jump pretty high. So you've got to be careful with that. Let me demonstrate. I'm going to take her off and I'm sticking her in her little basket. Alright? What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my shirt and stick it on top of her. They've got to stay warm because they live in the desert. I've repeated that plenty of times. So you want to make sure that they can breathe though. So you want their little head to be sticking out, but you still want... So like this. So you also want one here. Can it focus? Is it focusing? Okay. You also want one of these bearded dragons like Cranberry that are very calm. Anything. You want to get one that's nice and calm. If your shirt is too big like mine, just roll it up like how I did mine. If she moves out of it and she's too hot, leave her be, she's fine. Or he's fine. They are fine, I should say. So, I'm going to show you how I take mine out in public. I'm not going to the store. No, I meant like going on walks or something. If you want to take yours to the store, more power to you. But 0 out of 10, do not recommend because people are going to be like, oh, what's in there? And blah, 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 blah. They get stressed easily. They do not like, I'm sorry if I'm stuttering, they do not like big crowds. They hate it. No. If they get stressed out, they could die of stress. They don't like big crowds. They don't like any of that. Like being at a small, simple place where they can just relax and just sit down or just like being something that they're comfortable in, I should say. So if you're going to have fun, make sure that you're mentally stable, or at least you're physically stable, not mentally, but physically. These are actually pets that can help you with your mental health, and I would recommend it because it's very important. And who doesn't need the extra boost in their life? Give me one moment. Okay, sorry about that. I was grabbing a pair of my socks. However, they do not do good in the cold weather, which it is cold outside right now because of the snow. Which is also why you need to make them extra comfy if it's going to be cold out. But it also cannot be too hot. So look, going in somewhere, excuse my bird, going in somewhere, right, and a whole bunch of crowd is coming out to you like, oh my god, what's in there? Can I hold her? Can I hold him? Like, can I hold him? Your answer will be no. As rude as it sounds, as ruthless as it sounds, the answer is going to be freaking no. Like, no, no, no. No. If you're the person that can't say no, do not get one of these animals. You've got to say, oh my gosh, you've got to say no, because they will wander up flipping out, or the person will get scared and they will try to bite the person. It will not hurt the person, but the answer is no. You've got to be very calm with these animals as well. You can't just be like, oh my gosh, how come she's not coming to me? Or how come he's not coming to me? Or can he come to me now? Or this and that. You cannot hold them 24/7. They also carry salmonella. So before and after you want to hold them, like before you want to hold them or after you hold them, you need to wash your hands. After you hold them is a must. You have to wash your hands. Now why? Because they carry salmonella. What does salmonella? Salmonella give you sickness and diseases. So you need to wash your hands. If they are sleeping, do not bother them. You've got to make sure that it's okay to hold them. What you're going to do is you're going to pet them. And if they wake up and they come to you, that means that you are able to hold them. But if they do not, however, that means, you know what, get away from me, I don't like you, bye. So you have to be patient. Do not force yourself onto them. My bird's over there dancing and chirping. So, yeah. So, anyways, these animals are very precious, delicate, just overall amazing animals. They are very exotic, very energetic, very just amazing. And once they get older or somewhat in their mid-ages, they'll be able to start playing with you. Like, they can play with, they like playing with, with bouncy balls, or just anything that they can play with, like an object, or like a round object, or something they can roll around. They also like to have a little stuffed animal friend. However, you cannot get them a stuffed animal friend until they're a bit older. So, that's another thing. You cannot get them a stuffed animal friend until they are older. If you buy two of these, if you want to buy 2 bearded dragons, yes, she's in here. If you don't believe me, I will pull her out right now. Oh no, she does not want to be holded. She's very comfortable in her little thing, but I can show you guys that she's in here. If she runs away from you, if they run away from you, or anything else, that means that they do not want to be moment to just leave them alone. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm letting her be her. Cranberry, my bearded dragon. Not all bearded dragons are like this, but Cranberry, she is very just calm. She's very calm. She loves to be held. She loves to be loved on. She just loves to be with you. And to her, I'm her mommy because she's only a couple months old. And yeah, they're going to look at you like their father, their mother, just because you adopted them and now you are with them. Babies cannot get their shed off on their own. They can only get a little bit off, so you will need to help them. I've said it before, okay? And I'm making this a big point because some people in this world will not help them shed because they think it's bad for them. No, it's actually really good for them because you're helping them, which means that they won't get stuck and be crippled, because they can get crippled by their legs getting stuck together with their shed, or their nose holes getting closed and them dying, or their eyeballs getting sealed shut and then just having an eye infection or passing away. When you get your baby, you will not know their age, which means you got to tell by doing this. So when you get them, depending on how tiny they are, like how tiny mine is, she's probably a month or 2, maybe 3 months old. Their birthdays, you will not know their birthdays. So the adoption day that you get them will be their birthday. So Monday I got her. Just this past Monday, I just got her. So she is brand new. I just got her, and she's already loving me, already comfortable with me, and I'm already comfortable and loving her, which is a good thing. Yay! So when that happens, that means it's a very good sign. If they fall asleep on you, that means that they're comfortable with you, as I already told you. But however, if they close their eyes and just wake up or something, or they're running away from you, they're not comfortable and they're stressed out or something, do not hold them for so long. Many people are getting ready to say, oh, but you hold yours all the time, or you always send pictures. Yeah, well, let me tell you, mine is mostly in that basket sometimes. Like, I don't always leave her in there because I'm not neglecting her, because you need to have them with you. They're babies. They need to warm up to you. Otherwise, they will become mean and now want nothing to do with you. So you do not neglect your child. Let's see if she's approachable. This is how you tell if she's approachable. Okay, he's approachable. So you're going to rub on their back, and you're going to go to pick them up. If they let you pick them up, that means that it's okay for you to hold them. But if they do not let you pick them up, then just leave them alone. But this is Cranberry. Say hi. Mwah. I'm going to leave her in her favorite spot. This is her favorite spot because she's more closest to me. She also likes being on, like, right here, or like on my stomach, chest area, shoulders. So yeah. Also, you can do this. They won't move, but you gotta be careful. You cannot go too fast. They're holding on. They're babies. Sometimes, if they start moving around up there, or if you don't feel comfortable, or if you want to move them, go ahead. Move them. They are very pretty. This is how you tell if they are leatherback. If their back is very smooth, no spikes on their back, or if it's like an just nice, very smooth back, like period. It just looks smooth, and they're just like tiny, smooth. They also like being in your chest area a lot too. Like if they're just like very smooth on the back, that means that they are leatherbacks because of how smooth it is. But if you just get like, I'm sorry, I forget what they're called. They come in all different colors too, by the way. So like if they are the other type, which they're not leatherbacks and all, they will have little spikes. You can never brush up. Never. It is bad for you to brush up. Gotta brush down. Sometimes you will get stuck and move up, but don't go all the way up. If you get stuck like that, you're gonna take your finger and just go back down. You see, sometimes they won't move and you'll think that they're dead, but they are actually alive, very fully alive. They're very playful animals. They're very chill. They just love hanging out with you. They are going to be obsessed with you, and they're going to love you whole bunches. If you want, they can even do school with you. They also love being in your hair. Some of them do. Anyways, I hope you all have a magnificent day, and I will be doing more videos about Cranberry and just everything, period. Today was Cranberry's blog, so I'm gonna put that as the title. I'm gonna put Cranberry's blogs. So anytime you see Cranberry's blog or blogs about bearded dragons, or just bearded dragon blog or baby dragon blogs, it's just about her and just about all bearded dragons or baby bearded dragons and all. So yeah. Also, they don't eat a lot when they're babies. They only eat like twice a day, very small amounts, because they're big for their size. So that's all for today, guys. Have a magnificent day, like I said, and peace.